Post-Tropical Storm Hermine. Thank you very much for joining me on Weather Hangouts edition number 2. My name's Corey O, and I'm going to be tracking as post-tropical cyclone Hermine slowly is going to be approaching the northeast coast, possibly even affecting New York City, as they're currently under a tropical storm warning. 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts, or 70-mile-per-hour winds with pressure down to 995 millibars. You see where the low pressure system is. You see it very well right here. Let me just go ahead and put the little low right there. It's slowly moving this way, and it's going to be pressing into New North Carolina and Virginia here soon, as Virginia and Virginia Beach has been getting pretty hard hit really all afternoon so far. Want to go ahead and show you the storm surge watches and warnings. You see these extend all the way from Bridgeport down to Virginia Beach, with you see the prototype storm surge warnings really all the way from Toms River all the way down to Virginia Beach, with those other ones that and then we have storm surge watches already posted up down there, and then we have this is the map that lets us see everything that goes on. So I think what's interesting about this is wind probabilities. I'm going to have the cone here in a second, but I just want to show you this. Take a look. Nearly 100% chance of this going to be a tropical storm still, or a hurricane, as that's what we're expecting. And then we have a 60 to 70% chance of this affecting New York City. So take a look. Long Island, right through here. Take a look at how much is on there. And then you see this is almost 80% chance of this being a tropical storm as it hits the bottom of Long Island, which is definitely pretty big. Obviously, we've seen the track go through this area like that, and we've seen it go kind of like this, and now it's slowly going to possibly be pushing that way in the northeast. You see here, rainbow tops. You see a lot of moisture here, and you could see again right where that low is. The low is right here where the center of post-tropical cyclone Hermine is, and then right here we watch this going to slowly push to the northeast. But it's truly crazy because we see all this moisture here, and then everything that's associated with it. But the reason why it's post-tropical now is because you see this is just this is a bunch of dry air. This is sort of like high pressure that's associated with this. And I want to see okay. And here is kind of where it is. You see, that's where everything is, but behind it is all this. This is just all moisture, or all dry air that's pushing its way into this, which is going to make this a little bit stronger in ways too, because you see this is all high pressure right here, really strong high pressure. Not even a cloud in the sky really anywhere in this dry air, which is very, very weird. We don't really typically see this with tropical storms. And obviously, for that to happen, it has to be post-tropical. So that's the main reason why we're watching that. And then you see here, oh, this is just web notes. Is that web notes? Yeah. Then moving on, Leicester. Take a look at Leicester here. Leicester was possibly going to be affecting just the last tip of that. You see, this is sort of getting its act together again. You see, it's pulling out now. It's pulling out another little leg here, and looking pretty good. But we still have these. Oh no, hurricane launches have been expired, so those are no longer, or canceled. Those are no longer in effect. And then we have obviously the cone, what everybody's been waiting for post-tropical cyclone Hermine, this tropical depression, in other words, tropical depression hurricane. But it's not a depression because take a look. We have winds at 70 miles per hour right now. 70. Those are strong winds for a tropical storm. But we're having some problems with graphics. I'll just use my mouse. Okay, so you see tropical storm warnings up for New York City, as well as tropical storm watches for parts of Cape Cod, Massachusetts. And then we have tropical storm warnings really all along the Long Island, down to North Carolina, Virginia Beach, Norfolk, Atlantic City, really all along the coast. We could possibly be watching this, but take a look here. Now I'm gonna try. You see, hurricane. It has a hurricane, but it's still gonna be post-tropical. That doesn't mean this could be another Sandy. That's what I'm gonna say. I actually said it for the first time. For the first time, this could be another Sandy. This really can, because I think it does have just about the same characteristics. Even though it's not as wide, it's definitely getting there. It's a really really strong storm. Definitely don't have to watch this. And then we have GFS model. Obviously, models don't exactly matter right now because it's really up to the weather, or it's up to really Mother Nature, what Mother Nature wants to do. Because take a look, I'm not gonna show the model anyway. Doesn't really matter. But we see this come back and then move offshore. But I do personally think that this is going to affect the Long Island somehow, some way, and it may really be bad. So something that we're definitely going to have to watch again. You see, it's opened up since then. I want to show you the latest scan you see here. Look at that eye now, or look at that opening up. So that's why it's getting stronger. Look, it's getting its act together now that it's moved offshore. So it's looking better. It's looking actually sort of like Sandy in a way. Take a look at this. This is all associated here. And then we see that mismatch up. And then right inside of it's the low pressure. So you see low pressure right there. It's all associated with this, and it's slowly going to be making its way up through here, bringing an incredible storm surge for places like New Jersey. Cape May is now under that state of emergency. Can we bring up the tabs that I have scheduled? So I'm just going to quickly show you the radar here. Look, it's really all the rain's moved offshore for now, but we can start to feel the impacts here in a little bit. But I want to show you my presentation that I did. So you see here, take a look. State of emergency declared in Virginia and 3 counties in New Jersey. Then we have tropical storm watches and warnings from Massachusetts all the way to North Carolina. Dangerous storm surges expected from Virginia to New Jersey. And then we have tropical storm warnings issued along the Long Island, including New York City. And then we have on tap for today, I was talking about Hermine, as well as how it's going to possibly be affecting the New York coast this weekend for Labor Day weekend. And then we have New York City bracing for the worst of tropical storm warnings issued. Now cleaning up in Pawnee, Oklahoma after a magnitude 5.6 earthquake. And then a severe weather threat today into this week. Threats for that is in the high plains in the Midwest. And obviously I talked about tropical Hurricane Lester, which is no longer hurricane watches in effect for that area. See if I still have this up. Okay. I just wanted to show you a few pictures here. Take a look. Look at this. This is in Pawnee. This was the worst damage. I spoke earlier with Pawnee County, Pawnee Pawnee Police in Oklahoma, and oh, I forgot his name, but he told me that they felt the effects from that, and or one man was injured after a chimney collapsed on him. And then take a look at that. That's all damage from a historic building down in Pawnee, Oklahoma. And then we have what a mess. Take a look at everything on the floor from that earthquake. That's probably a convenience store. And then same picture, 6th and Harrison Street. And then take a look at this. A lot of stuff falling off the shelves there in a white food liner. Uh, Building damage after a 5.6 magnitude earthquake. But what I think is real significant is that look at this. Pawnee, this went for 7 states from Iowa all the way down to Texas felt this storm, which is really or felt this earthquake, which is really big for something like this. Now moving on into severe weather for today. Take a look. This is all the surface map. You see Hermine over here. Then you see that dry air, that trough, that full of high pressure that's going to slowly be making its way into that area. But what we're watching today, severe weather-wise, is this area where we do see a lot of moisture in the air right now. It's starting to build up for this afternoon. We did see a confirmed tornado yesterday in Washington County, Colorado, and that was confirmed yesterday by law enforcement down there. And let me see if that's no. I want to just show you this because you see the spinning in the air up here. That's what's going to be causing the severe weather later this week, and you see that it's back building. But we're start to see the stuff pop up now, flare up, and I want to show you this because I think this is really interesting. So you see here for severe weather today. First off, you see the high pressure that's making its way into tropical or post-tropical cyclone Hermine. But we see this surge of moisture that's on, or the surge of this upper high low pressure that's slowly going to be making its way into Nebraska as well as Iowa, Missouri. Iowa, I think, is definitely going to have to watch for that tornado threat. Definitely, probably on on Wednesday. Definitely going to be watching for tornado threat. I did not put out my torpons yet out for that, but I think I'm going to raise that at least up to 6 or maybe even 7 for Iowa on Wednesday if it's still looking like that. But what I think is cool is because you see here through Colorado, this surge of dry air from California. You see, that's what's going to be building today's severe weather threat, and that's from anywhere from Kansas down into or from Colorado, from Wyoming down to Colorado today. You see, I have torpons of 3 far northwestern Kansas, far east central Colorado, and far southwestern Nebraska could be watching the threat for severe weather today. A 30% chance out of 100%. 30% out of 100 for a tornado to hit. And definitely don't have to watch that later this afternoon as we get that daytime heating. Show the radar right now. You see tropical storm warnings up through there, but I do want to show you right now we currently have a flash flood warning. This one for very southern Utah, for south central Kane County until 1:45 p.m. Mountain Time. You see Buckskin Glucia as well as House Rock Valley Road. That again, that's in effect until 1:45 down in west central Kane County. And then we're watching the threat for severe weather today. You see, these are still left over from last night. These are flash flood watches. This one was posted yesterday or earlier today. That flash flood watch goes into effect today at 4 p.m. You see, they're starting to build up. They're starting to come in now. These are starting to get a little bit more intense, and going to have to watch these as they're starting to fire up. You see through here, and then this line in Nebraska, Grand Island, Aurora, Sutton, Fairmont. You see, these storms are pretty. These storms are starting to get up, pretty big. And then we have this cold front down through here that is bringing this line of storm. Uh, I think there's going to be some more firing up later this afternoon that may be severe. Uh, Seeing the storm prediction center website, and they said chance for severe weather, so pretty big. And then see here, I lost. Okie dokie. So you see here, I'm going to just fast forward a little bit, show you the fronts. You see this the stationary front right here. That's expected to bring a few thunderstorms for North Dakota later today. Some may be severe. And then that trough right there, that surface trough, may cause a little bit of severe weather later today also, as again, that moisture is going to be feeding into thunderstorm development right here. Again, that torpon of 3. For Weather Hangouts weekend, I'm Corey O in the weather office, keeping track of your severe weather as well as post-tropical storm Hermine, as there are tropical storm warnings for New York City, as well as Cape Cod, Massachusetts, tropical storm watches. Continuing to watch this as we're watching today's severe threat. Corey O, Weather Hangouts.